welcome to the show, everyone. Thank you all. Woo, thank you. That's how we do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Chris Owens, so welcome to the Zero Pressure as always. Before we kick off things today, hope you're watching the match. Hope you're winning. Hope everybody's losing and winning. So keep watching it. It's the World Cup, everybody. Anyway, we got so much to talk about today, and also we have some wonderful guests coming up on the show. But before we do that, let's just quickly look at what is happening from around the world today. First stop is what is happening in the States where kids are taken away from parents. That is really, really sad. Like the photo you can see up there, you can see how bad that is. So we really want that to change. We want kids to be with their family, and we want these things to really be looked into. President Trump, please do something about this. Everybody's counting on you, so keep your good work together. Okay, coming up as well. Come on, show some love for that, everybody. We need that change to happen. Okay, coming up on the show as well, what's happening here in Ireland? Kids, teenagers, what's going on? There's no need of what we're seeing right now here in Dublin, at some location here in Dublin. You have no access to be fighting with God. If the God pull you over for something you do wrong, just obey the law. That's why the law is there. There's no need of that. If you're proven innocent, then let the course take its course. You know, so we don't need that. Okay? So be a good boy. Make sure you change, and make sure society look at what you're doing and things go better. Anyway, some love for that, everybody. Love for the God. Great stuff. Okay, coming up as well, the next one we're going to show you there is a wonderful, beautiful young girl. I just love the way she sings. Let's take a quick listening to that, see what we think about it. Come on, show some love for that. That was beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. That's what we talk about, show talent. And for that reason, my very good friend is going to be on the show. Plus my wonderful superstar guest is going to be on the show, so I won't give those names away right now. So we're going to talk about some of those things anyway. Coming up on the show, a big round of applause for all the mothers from around the world, because I love what I'm seeing right now. I'll tell you the reason why I love what I'm seeing right now. Here's a clip of why we really give an applaud for that. The reason was these two lovely chickens. You can see the male and you can see the female. You can see how the mother is taking her time to feed her children. That's so lovely. That's why I said we should applaud for every woman around the world. You women, you're all doing great work, so keep your good work coming. I want to applaud for that, everybody. Thank you. And still to come on the show as well, we're looking at the wonderful, wonderful, great job this young man is doing. How many people will go off their way, their job, to do what this man is doing, helping a disabled gentleman, feeding this man even at his cost of his job. Take a look at this clip at the right of my hand side and see what you think. How many people can do that? So for that reason, we gave this gentleman an hero. I know people are complaining about why he's an hero. Well, look, if you can go off your way to do that, you're an hero. So round of applause for that, everybody. Thank you. One final one before we go today. I can't just try to take that off my head right now. And that final one would be what? What's the final word of my last episode for this? See, they don't even know. Anyway, coming up on today's show, we're going to be having some wonderful guests. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, my guest will be right here with me. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you. Whoa. Amazing. That's how we do it on the show. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we will try our best to bring more of this out to you and keep putting more of this out there so we can be able to reach and share it and educate and create more awareness. Well, on today's show, I'll be joined by the Star Rich Entertainment. My very good friend is another person, Dan Biodu Adeyemi. Hello, my very good.
Chris, nice to meet you.
You're
Great
welcome,
to meet you.
My very good friend.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, very good. Thanks.
Very good, man. I like your tie, man.
Yeah, you have to be corporate these days. You know, Chris. Yeah, you have to be corporate.
It is a business. It is a business,
Thanks,
yeah.
Yes. Thanks
So you're the director of the Star Rich Entertainment.
Yeah, Star Rich Entertainment is our company.
Yeah.
And it's been on for about 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm a director, CEO as well.
Okay.
And what we do basically is we manage artists and we do production for them as well. So.
Okay. And you don't just manage only artists. What way do you work with your artists? Especially here in Ireland, you have so many talent, and that's whatever your organization is really helping out in creating this diverse of talent. So give us more insight.
Yeah, it's a great landscape here in Highland for talents, you know, because we've done our research, we realized that when we get fresh talents from the streets of Ireland, the likes of Ozier and the likes of the Scripts, they get to stardom really very quickly.
True.
So it gives us the opportunity to be able to fasten up what we do. And yeah, we're looking for very young talents, obviously, teenagers.
Right. And your organization, you'll be existing for the last 4 years. What are the things you would do? Working with artists, you create them. What are the things you put to make sure that artists don't understand what's involved in working in this area? Because it's a lot of work for you guys as well.
Definitely it is, yeah. Our background is always in business and management, obviously. And we always had music in the background at all times. And so we know what it takes in personal development for some of our artists.
Yeah.
We try to nurture them in those areas whereby they'll be more focused on their craft, on their gifts, and
I just like when you smile, the way you pull them through it. It's so very business minded, but at the same time you're doing the work that you're called to do.
Yes, definitely. We mix leadership with fun and with love, and these things can work. Freedom, and that's what we always kind of imbibe in our artists. We want them to be free. We want to think like a leader. Yeah. At the same time, have fun at the same time.
Very true.
We will make sure that their schedules are there for them, and they just come in and do their thing.
Yeah. Yes. But what's like for you guys? Because I know you guys will work with more younger people, and if they've not got this experience in knowing what they need to actually do. Yeah. How difficult are you guys able to manage them? Because they want to be on social media, they want to build their friends, they want to do some other different things. So how do you guys kind of pull all of these things into?
It is easy for us.
Yeah.
Because once we understand our artists, we know that these are the things they like to do. We could target them around that and try to give them some kind of time management towards that. So that's where we come from, to make sure that they manage their time very well. Of course, they have to be on social media, and they have to do some other things apart from being on social media. But if you can give them a schedule, give them a time management process in a way whereby they get the best out of their social media time, and obviously they'll get the best out of being with us and going out there to work on their hands.
4 years planning, creating all of these things, gig-wise. Do you looking at international level? What kind of music are you guys kind of working around? Things like that?
Exactly. We have affiliates in the United States, in LA, so we will do some songwriting, some production around that area too. So obviously even cross-country, just depending on and who is available to go over to the States. But at the moment we're based here and trying to look for those artists that are that would know what it means to put in work, and they would understand, or probably have icons that they look forward to, and knowing their history and knowing that they have to work hard to get there, and we're ready to to push them all the way.
Wow, it's a lot of process to kind of put in that, Yes. And what would be your advice for artists that you like to want to work with here in Ireland, if that has to happen?
Yeah, get in touch with us. First of all, let us talk to you, and we would see where you are and who you've worked with and how they've moved you, and we'll see where we can move you to. But definitely, after doing some research in the industry, we're starting to take action now, and we're confident we know that we will definitely be able to move our artists from A to Z.
From A to Z.
Yes.
Well, I say, because Ireland, like you said, there's a lot of talent.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys be Star-Rich Entertainment.
Yes.
It's a good thing that we see people like you doing some wonderful job in
thanks
society.
very much. Thank you.
And we love to have you guys on board.
Thank you.
So down the road, we always want to bring you back.
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you.
If you have more artists on board, maybe we'll talk more and see how.
Oh, that would be great. Thanks very much. That would be great.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you.
It's a great to meet you too. Thanks. It's great. So thanks for having me on the show.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, come up on the show. We'll be joined by my one and only friend. He is the current reigning superstar, a fellow person down Tommy O'Hare. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back, everybody. Thank you. Thank you very much. You're on the show is Tommy O'Hare. How you doing?
I'm great, Chris. I'm delighted to be here with you.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Wonderful, wonderful. It's good to see you. Tommy, what's like for you as a music artist?
As a music artist, the best way I can describe it, Chris, it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, and then you remember little bits of the ride. Like, oh, do you remember when I was up there? And then you're back to the ground again. It's a roller coaster, and I love it.
Good stuff. And you're back home now at the moment.
I am, yeah, I'm home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where everything is. So,
Super days.
you know, yeah, I'm happy home. Yeah, I'm a homeboard.
Are you hanging out with mommy for the moment? Or
Oh God, she cannot get rid of me. I'm always behind her. People call me your tail, I'm always behind her. Yeah,
Got you,
yeah, she's
got
my
you.
icon.
Very good. Now, Tommy, let's talk some more things about yourself, because viewers at home, the reason they watch the show most times is because of the way we do things, meaning that we speak from the art, our guests speak from the art. So they want to get to know more about yourself. So you born in Ireland or where?
So I was born in Paris, Chris, and when I was a baby, I came back to Dublin. I think I was about 5.
Yeah.
And myself, my mum, my sister came back to Dublin, and
Cool.
I grew up mostly here, and I moved back to a few places back and forth. But this is it, Liberty's girl at heart. Yeah.
And what origin would you be? I know you're partly Irish.
Yeah.
Would you be more from Africa? Or?
So I'm a cocktail, Chris.
I like
Born in
that.
Paris. My dad is West African, and then the mother is Irish. She's
Yeah.
blonde with blue eyes. When we go out together, people think I'm adopted, and then when I go out with my dad, people think I'm adopted. So I'm a cocktail, a bit of yeah.
And do you feel bad when they say you're, I mean, if they say that to you, do you?
No, I love it.
Yeah.
When people ask me where you're from, I'm like, well, how long have you got, love? It's just like, and then it's so easy as well, because our flag, the Irish flag, is green,
Yeah.
white, and orange,
Yeah.
and the Ivory Coast flag is actually the same one turned
Wow.
the other way around
Wow,
as well.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
So I'm blessed to be very cultured. I know my background. I know everything about my roots as well.
That's
So,
good.
yeah,
That's good.
Yeah.
Because there are other people like that who don't have that knowing
Yeah.
where they root from, you know, but in this
Yeah.
case, you know your root, which is great,
It's
you know.
wonderful.
So speaking about your talent, when did your talent kick off? When did you discover I am Tommy? When did that happen?
So it started when I was 12. I
Yeah.
was in religion class in Scolania. I went to Scolania, shout out to them in Clondalkin, and the teacher, who was Sister Elizabeth at the time, asked us to write a poem about religion. And I wrote a poem and I brought it back in, and she says, that's great, but you needed to make it up from scratch. And I says, no, I did make that up. So,
Yeah.
you know, I started matching poetry to listening to greats of Tupac, because, you know, he's my favorite, he's my idol,
Wow.
Biggie
Yeah,
and Eminem.
very good, very good.
So I started matching up, and then before you knew it, I was 14 and I was gigging in Temple Bar and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've been on competitions. Speaking about the Island Got Talent.
Yes.
Would that be your first ever kind of competition you ever went to, or how
No,
did that kind of begin for you?
I've done a few. I've done the All Ireland Talent Show with like Shane Lynch from Boyzone
Yeah.
and a brilliant other as well. So I did that, and then I did X Factor in the UK, you know, with Louis Walsh, Sherry Halliwell, Gary Barlow was our Simon Cowell at the time.
Yeah.
And I got down to the last 40 before Judge's House, and would you believe they never aired it? So I was heartbroken.
Oh,
You can
no.
imagine throwing parties every Saturday. I'm gonna be on, so I had to get up in the sitting room and give them a bit of a dance.
Now, bringing back to the X Factor back in the UK,
Yes.
that would be your first line of when you ever go into performing.
Yes.
What's like for artists like you? Because there's a lot of process to go into that competition. It's
Yeah,
not just
it
a
is.
competition you just wake up and just say, hey, this is it. You know, what's like
Thank
for
you so much for saying that, Chris, because people think you just walk on the stage. Before
Sure.
you actually get in front of the real judges,
Yeah.
you have to pass about 10 phone interviews.
Wow.
You have to go into 3 different stages of production.
It's a real job, isn't it?
It's a job. It's a job, and then people get so excited once they're finally
True.
there. You
Yeah.
know, so it's a lot. You know, it's a lot of pressure as well. I don't believe anybody that says they go on and they're nervous. Everyone's nervous. We just have our different ways of handling it. You know, you put on a tough face and like you go on with it. Yeah, yeah.
And what's like for you guys when you're in that competition? You have to meet other competitors like yourself. What would be going through your mind at that stage? Do you
Well, the
feel-
problem with me, Chris, is I fall in love with anyone.
That's
so I can't see anyone as competitors. I'm like, you know, encouraging everyone. I'm like, oh, hang on a second. Actually, I'm competing against you.
Yeah.
But I'm a very, very, very competitive person. But the only person I'm competing with in my life is me.
It's you.
I can only give the best of me. Nobody else can be myself.
Wow,
And
wow.
the same as the girl next to me, I could never be her because that's her talent. That's what God gave her, and we can never cross that. So I just
Gotcha.
encourage anyone that's next to me and let the best woman or man win.
Ooh, come on, just about everybody. Yay! That was really good. Now, speaking about that, you're back home right now.
Yeah.
what's happening back here at the moment?
So what's happening back now is, I can't reveal too much, but of course I'm doing what I love to do.
Yeah.
A big thing I want to touch on is mental health and bullying, because I see a lot of that going on. Like you were talking about social media early on. I want to prove to the generation out there, the younger generation, that I'm not always stressed like this. I'm not always as confident. Sometimes there's days where I'd be at home, I wouldn't be confident.
Yeah.
And you just have to push yourself and get out there, and no matter what you're going through, whether it's mental health or bullying, use that as your power to get out there. Turn that negativity into positivity, because that's what I've done. Get out there.
Wow, come on, show some love, everybody. Yay! I'm loving you on this show. Thank you so much. Okay, Tammy, we're still going to keep you here. We're going to go on a quick break.
Cool.
When we come back, viewers at home, it's Tammy Operisti on the show. Is a superstar, is the most creative artist right now, so make sure you don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this. Thank you, everybody. Yay! Welcome back, everybody. It's Tammy on the show, everyone. Hey, thank you. Wonderful. Tammy, thank you so much. Now, that was a quick break that we just went through. Speaking about yourself, let's talk about you now. Your music line. Give us some more insight. What's happening in that area?
In my music line, I'm very, very driven. I like to go out there, put things in the universe, set a goal for me, and go out there and grab it. I set daily goals for myself, and sometimes I set goals that are huge, that speaking about it even worries me. Like, really, do you think you're gonna do that? But I'm just taking every opportunity that comes my way, whether it's positive, and I'm just going with it. I'm not forcing anything. I think opportunity should grow like grass. It shouldn't strain. If it's difficult, there's a reason for it. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm just taking everything that comes my way. Just like, you know, I'm sitting there and I get invited on the G Request show. And I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. Come on, everyone. Thank you so much. But that's the beauty of what we do on the show, is we capitalize on people like yourself who are doing something great in society. Like today, when we open the show, we're talking about the young boy, the girl, children taken out of family. We're talking about murder. We're talking about student fighting against teacher. We're talking about all of these things, you know, and the young man helping the disability man as well. All of these things, it does affect our lives every day, and this is what the show is all about, is seeing people like yourself, bring them on the show, talk about what you guys are doing, because that's the way forward. If we don't do it like this, then it'd be hard for generation to generation to see how everybody is doing, you know?
Yeah.
So that brings us, in the last few days there, you were actually on Alan's charity event, yeah?
I was.
How did that go?
It was brilliant. Alan McGarry is just brilliant. I mean, he puts together this show. He gets these wonderful people together, and he raises over 3,000 for a charity, an orphanage in Brazil.
Wow, wow, amazing. Well done. That was really good. That was really good.
And we all had a great night with us, so we're trying to, this is what we need to encourage as well. And I want to encourage, Chris, the young generation to, social media, it's not everything. Give it a break sometimes.
Yeah.
Put your phone away. Admire what's going on out there. You never know. You could be the next Conor McGregor. You could be the next Katie Taylor. But if you're still on social media, you have to give yourself a break sometimes.
So needed. Yes, that's true. Come on, show some love for that. That's wonderful. I really do like that. So now you're going to be in Ireland for another couple of months or so.
I am. You just can't get rid of me.
Right, let's bring it back a little bit more back home right now. You perform at the Ireland Got Talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was a good experience, Chris. It was very stressful as well, because a lot of people don't know that it is a production and it is a show.
True.
It's not all reality. But I'm happy I did it. I don't ever regret anything I did. I'm happy I did it. I'm happy I stayed true to myself as well.
True.
You know, me mouthy. But yeah,
that's the Irish, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. I won't let anyone away with hands, and I'm from the
It has
Liberties.
to be said, isn't it?
Has to be said. So I'm delighted I did it, and on to what's next now.
Yeah. And talking about the performance on the show, the outfits.
Yeah.
You know, you did, like when we showed some highlights to buy some of the clip there. I think the guys are going to put it out. You did some outfit up in New York, or where did you do?
So I actually did the very first one for my audition. I stayed at home and made my costume from scratch. The jacket was from Claire Garvey. She's an Irish designer. She's absolutely brilliant.
Promotion for that.
Absolutely, she's brilliant. She designed my jacket. However, the show was actually amazing to get me Bang from London, who actually designs Beyonce and Rita Ora's outfit. So I nearly dropped dead when I seen the costume. You can imagine.
That was an amazing costume, you know.
thank you.
When you walk on stage to do that performance,
Yes.
how did you, because we were watching, though we can't show that, but we kind of watched it.
Yeah.
We saw your move when you handled the mic. It's like, this is it, you know.
Yes.
What get into you to move everybody on set like that?
And you know something, Chris? I'd never watched the performance back.
Did you not?
No, I never
No
watched
way.
myself back. So
Why did you
I'm kind
not?
of learning from you. I just feed off the energy. So I hear it every morning. I hear my mum watching. I'm like, Ma, turn that off.
Yeah.
But yeah, the energy just comes. It's like, I wish I had that energy in real life. I'd be like walking around like Conor McGregor. No.
Conor, wherever you are, do you want to walk like you?
I want to walk like you, Conor. No, but you just get this fire in your stomach that I've had since I'm 12, and everything comes out then, and it's just giving the best of myself. Don't even recognize that girl when I'm on stage.
Wow,
you know?
wow.
Yeah.
It's just mind-blowing. I think that was one of the most creative performance we kind of, you know, see here in Ireland, coming from a kind of a mixed background like that. You know, you take that challenge and you go out there and you push that into that, you know. I really applaud you for that. Come on, everybody, show some love for that. That was really good. I'm very, very, very proud of you, you know, doing that. Since you're back home, you're doing your music thing. Is there music going on? Are you looking to launch any album or something coming up?
I'm doing music. I can't reveal too much. I'm just back from LA, and I'm kind of living the dream as well. Like being in La La Land, I'm like just having a good time, and I'm here and back home. I'm just delighted to be home as well.
Very good.
And so I'm just gonna say, watch the space. I'm gonna put other things out there in the universe, and then try and frighten myself and go out there and get them. Yeah.
And viewers as well who are watching right now, they're like, who's this Tommy? Tommy Perry, where's she from? Oh, how come my mother is more like this? And okay, and so they want to know what kind of song you kind of really into. Will it be hip hop? Will it folk music? Will it be R&B?
So I do everything, guys, but I'm a rapper. That's the story.
There we go.
I'll wrap your Christmas gifts for 5. No, I'm a rapper. I write raps to different kind of music. You know, throw me the Furies, I'll rap to that. Throw me Frank Sinatra, I'll give you a rap to that. But mostly right now what we're doing is music that people can get inspired with, connect with, and dance with. Because we need to dance, guys.
Very true. We need to dance.
We need a bit of a dance. You need a bit of a dance.
Come on, everybody, let's do it. All right. So before we wrap things up there, your kind of music right now, it's more hip hop, but have you done any collaborations right now? Or?
I actually have, Chris. I've been working with Tony Tosta. He is the most talented producer in my eyes.
Oh, you're making having a big head now for that now, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's so humble as well, and I'm quite humble,
good.
so I love that about him. He works in London with the likes of Rudimental and so many people, and he's just so talented. And so we're just pushing our work together. We work together. We work very hard, you know. It took us about 3 days to come up with what we were going to do for the talent show alone, you know. And so that's what we're going to be doing now, and just keep your eyes out for what's next, because there's a good few things.
Oh, super, Tommy. Tommy, before we let you go, people can find you on Facebook, on Twitter.
Of course, I'm
like
Tamara Perry, Operi. You can find me anywhere, you know.
Thank you so much. Wonderful, everybody. Show some love to Tommy, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in, Tommy. We can't just keep going and going. We're running out of time right now, but it's a pleasure to have you. And we want to wish you good luck.
Thank you.
Keep in touch with us, whatever is happening around your career line. I know you said something about movies back in the days, you do things like that. Let us know what's happening with you, and we would love to want to bring you back again, because you are such an amazing superstar. Keep it up.
Thank you so much for having me.
Come on, everybody. All right, okay, here we go. We're going to wrap things up to all of you. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoy what we've done. So if you can't check out, I'm your host, Chris, always as always. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all social media. We'd love to hear from you. Anything that you think is happening on social media, get in touch with us. We'd love to share it on the show. From every one of us here to the production, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Take care, and bye for now. Thank you, everybody. Woo! Thank you.